Hey, everyone out there. If you're out there, I do see Bradley and Mladen. I appreciate you joining me. What's this about? Just doing a quick topic. Um, oh boy, yesterday, I crashed hard. I'll tell you what, too. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to. Woo! I got a huge. I'm not listen. I'm not passing off to the viewer. I just got a huge StreamYard bill yesterday because I pay for a year in advance. Oh my god, I have to stream more. And I honestly I want to do one topic vids on Saturdays. I'm also trying to experiment with streaming different parts of the day as well to reach international viewers. So smash the like button to help with this channel. I am paying for some other content creators StreamYard for a year, see how it goes. I'm adding more. I think I'm going to add Aaron today. I need to speak with some other YouTubers to support the show, support MME, and defer their costs a little bit. So we have this great community here. And I also have done pre-recorded vids that only get 100 views. I'm like, damn. It is a struggle to get views sometimes in this current climate on YouTube. So if you are watching, please comment because it's going to help me and figure out. I do actually want to discuss this. This is a very hot topic. I discussed this a little bit on Enosh's stream, the Poindexter Lounge, and I really want to talk about this because along with like the Obi-Wan series, it's like a no-brainer. Yes, I'm almost sure there's going to be a Luke Skywalker. Oh, hey, Justin.
Hi. We're talking about Star Wars, right?
Yes. Thanks
Oh, yay.
I appreciate it. Oh man, I'll tell you what. I was a little stressed out yesterday, Justin.
Are you okay?
Oh no, it's just financial stuff. Like
Oh.
I'm giving this YouTube thing a good go, and I paid for StreamYard yesterday for the whole year, and it was like
Oh.
$700-800 because I have,
What?
but
Wow.
because yeah, I'm not passing that off on the consumer, so I kind of stressed out, and then after work, I like crashed because my real job sucks. But how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I gotta shovel the damn snow to get myself
Oh yeah,
out of
yeah.
parallel parking, and
Well,
it's
I
gonna
had
be a bitch. I
and I
can't believe
was
I didn't learn my lesson.
yeah, and I was up early today. So I took my wife had an appointment. She wanted to do something. So I went out and we were like, "Oh, let's get McDonald's like breakfast on the way." And then everything was frozen. I didn't realize there was like the before the snow came down that it was ice. And I was like,
Oh, yeah,
"Oh."
there was sleet.
So we have a gate. So I had to go microwave some hot water to get through the gate in my car, and then we're running late, and there's like it's so thick ice that I couldn't even scrape it off. We had to really heat up the car, and then it's like a hot box in there. You're like dying from hot air just to get all the ice off. I barely got in the car too, but yeah, I'm doing good now. But because I paid that much, I'm like, man, I got to make a lot of YouTube content because no, but that's why I was like, damn. And then last night I completely slept through the stream. And some friends did the stream last night for me, so that was good.
Oh.
But you're all caught up the book on Boba Fett, right?
Yeah, I just watched all of the episodes because I stopped after the second one. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm gonna wait a few weeks. Like, I've learned my lesson from the last two seasons. Like, there's gonna be a bunch of dumb filler episodes that I don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna watch until one of the bigger episodes hits, and then I'll catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate playing this game where uh, Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett by extension will just give me some stellar, amazing episodes that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, this is what I want it to be. This is fantastic. and then they'll give us something stupid like the second episode of season 2 where they're being chased by spiders because of a frog lady. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Also, Justin, we should talk too, because I have some. I don't know. Do you have to pay for StreamYard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, depending on how much you want to collaborate, we'll talk off air too,
Okay.
because I have some slots open and I could save you some money. I'm
Sure.
looking for people to contribute more on my channel though, as much as possible. But we'll talk behind the scenes.
Yeah.
on
Okay.
that. Yeah. Because that's what I'm doing is if you see in StreamYard, you add members,
Okay.
you add seats, and then there's a few people that haven't really.
Okay.
We'll talk later about it. But I know, Mladen, I am going to get to this. This is a hot topic because yes, they are considering I'm going to read an article too, very transformative stuff about Luke Skywalker series or Jedi Academy series. But a lot of people after this latest episode of Boba Fett, they want just the CGI Luke. And I'm like, man, I think it was really good, but a whole series of CGI Luke, I would really prefer Sebastian Stan. So that's the hot topic. Because of what happened with Solo, they're not going to edge towards recasting, you know.
I would be surprised if they did. But you know what? I want Mark Hamill to stick around as long as he can and as long as he wants.
Yes.
Because they did not utilize their time correctly with the sequels. I think we can both agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
You did so many missed opportunities, and then this whole idea of having a Jedi Academy with Luke Skywalker running it. This is one I wanted episode 7 to be, not the shit that we got.
Yeah. I was very happy as well. It did seem it's still some still seems slightly off to me, even with these current episodes. Like I know it looked great, but the delivery of the lines or something because of the filter, it still felt off. Where I think just a recasting is still my preferable way to go.
The audio department needs some work.
The audio department.
Once they get there, it'll be fine. Plus, it's kind of. I thought you were proposing the question of, do you think this was actually Sebastian Stan? No. I was gonna be I was gonna say we'd be having
the debate
discussion.
Yeah, the debate and in the chat and on and after, if you're watching this after the replay, is should they stick with the CGI Luke or deep fake Luke if they're going to do a series, or should they go with a casting like Sebastian Stan? Or like if they do young Princess Leia, should they cast someone as Princess Leia or just continue to do this deep fake technology? And it's going to be an issue coming up more and more along with a lot of these properties. Like say, for example, Star Trek with J.J. Abrams, they got a different Spock and
everyone was different.
Yeah, but now what would they probably do now? If they go the Star Wars route, they'd probably deep fake it and have and I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I
the
want,
whole
even
cast
though it's
is just CGI. That would make me uncomfortable.
Well, that's potentially somewhere where you could go in the future. I also think it still has its limits, because if you notice the recasting of Luke in this one, the stand-in for Mandalorian season 2 didn't look as good. But now this one, they got a different stand-in. I also think the person that they stand in has to be extremely skinny and extremely like the jaw lines of the actor has to be really. That's what I'm assuming, because the person they got was so skinny in this that to make it look better. I don't know. That's what I still think there's limits to it. People are like, we're there. Do you think we're there still? Do you think we're there yet?
Oh, well, the YouTuber who's working on that show has been doing a fabulous job. So I would be remiss if I complained about that, because it's nice that someone can be like, hey, Lucasfilm, I can do this better than you. And they're like, oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Well, we'll hire you then. Good on them. But I don't think it's there quite yet, but it's the audio that's tripping me up. But there has to be some properties who push the limits at some point. Otherwise, we aren't going to advance. So unless, I guess, guinea pig shows or episodes when they're trying to push the boundaries of technology. When they do this, um, they learn a lot from it, and over the years, we'll see look how far CGI has come. You know
Mhm.
how you used to have like shitty, really terrible early 2000s graphics, and then I look back at the Santa Claus and the reindeer looked like it was from Windows 95 because that's where it was made. It looks horrible. It looks awful. It looks like vomit. But now it's so much better, and you have whole movies that are made from CGI, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So I think it's always important to try to push the limits as much as you can.
Yeah. Elsa Christina, Sebastian Stan will never be Luke, not after this amazing deepfake. See, that's not what I want, though. I'm happy with it. Besides, there's only one Luke, Mark Hamill. Listen, Mark Hamill gave the okay to Sebastian Stan after it was trending. He called him up. He's like, "You have, he said, I'm good with it. I'm good with it." And then Anthony says, "You can't deep fake a whole show. It's a side dish, not the main meal." I think with the reception that they might try a whole deep fake show. They might. But then also, Aladdin says they already cast young Leia for Obi-Wan series. I wouldn't
What?
mind casting. I didn't know this. They already cast young Leia for Obi-Wan series. I wouldn't mind casting someone else to play grown-up Leia. That's very interesting, Mladen. I haven't heard that. And Mladen, I'm glad you're here. If you can, I don't know if you're still on Twitter, message me somewhere so I could talk to you in the future because Mladen follows stuff pretty closely. Justin's satisfied, Jeffrey. He's a good dude. Don't
Never be satisfied? What do you Oh, Jeff's trolling.
yeah.
Jeff was on he was watching my show a few weeks ago.
Okay.
He's
Well, Goldman, I wouldn't mind because we'll 100% see Ben Solo. Ben would be 4 to 5 years old. I think it would be interesting if they have DH Harrison Ford holding a young Ben Solo in one of these series coming up because there's rumors also that Harrison Ford's coming back for something.
that's supposed to be next week.
Oh, that is supposed to be next week.
Yep,
Okay.
the finale. But here's the thing: when these rumors pop up, most of the time it'll just set us up for disappointment because we'll be upset that it didn't happen.
Oh, well, you see, here's the difference. I like rumors. I like talking about them, but like my pal Brian, who ran the show last night while I was sleeping, says just don't let your expectations ruin it for you. That's the difference. Like, don't get so set in your mind that if it doesn't meet your expectations that the show's ruined or you complain. You can you speculate, and I think that's the healthy way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now let's say if Spider-Man No Way Home, there was no Toby or Andrew.
Now that's different.
How's it different?
Well, you mean if no, you're right. You're right, but if they miss that opportunity, I agree. I understand where you're going with there. Sometimes they have to try. They have to try though. If they have the opportunity, it would have been so missed to do.
Probably would have been the most hated MCU film ever just because of that.
Yeah.
People would have been asking for refunds, throwing their popcorn at the screen.
Yeah.
I like the first half, but it just would not have worked. You needed them in it.
Right. Elsa says the casting of Leia is for a child. Okay. 10 years old. So of course they could cast a young actress. They could do a deep fake 10-year-old Carrie. Ooh, that would look weird though. Deep fake Carrie Fisher 10. I've never seen them do a deep fake that young. Like or DH that young.
I don't think you need to.
Yeah,
just have an actress. Mm-hmm. That's fine. If it's a 10-year-old, okay. That's within reason.
Yeah. Goldman says when it comes to characters, rumors Mando and Boba have been on spot on with their character appearances. You mean with the rumors? Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Luke was a secret.
Well, everyone was. I had a lot of rumors before there that he was going to show up.
I kept in the dark for that, and I was
Okay.
very surprised.
Yeah.
Every now and then, like, I know you like rumors and stuff, but isn't it nice? Isn't it good to get a nice surprise every now and then?
Yes, but here's the difference, because this is this isn't my main. This is just a side job for me
Mhm.
now. I actually treat this as like a part-time job. So because I do movie talk so much, I'm into rumors. If I wasn't doing movie talk, I would probably try to stick away from it a lot more.
Oh,
See,
okay.
my wife loves not being spoiled stuff, but since I'm doing this, at first I was like, I'm not going to cover rumor. I'm not going to cover leaks and stuff. But it's just too hard to ignore. So why not embrace it? Because it's a reality of movie talk.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, if I wasn't doing this as a part-time job, I would probably stay away from some of the stuff. But I do
Right.
get excited. Um,
There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah. Aladdin says, okay, it's not confirmed, but it's report that actress Vivian Lyra Blair will play Leia in Obi-Wan series. I deleted my Twitter on 2020. I'm mostly on Discord. Okay, so message me on Discord, Aladdin, or I'll try to find you on Discord. And here's Bradley. I highly doubt they'll make a Luke show. Really? Really, Bradley, after the reception of this? I think it's very likely they will do something. I just don't recast him with anyone and keep up with the amazing effects they did for Boba, and will be good. Recasting is dumb. I don't think all the time. I just think they're scared to do it based on what happened with Solo. There's still a lot of fans of Solo of Alden. I didn't particularly like it. I got to rewatch it again. I don't know. When that was all coming out, I was very negative on Star Wars. Justin, were you when Solo came out?
Oh boy.
At that time, I was extremely negative on it. I just
bad timing. Just
yeah.
it just didn't. Oh man,
Did
I
you
don't
watch
want
it
to
though?
I don't want to revisit this again.
No. But I'm just saying, you don't have to get to the negative aspect. Did you
No,
watch
no,
it?
but I watched it once and I don't need to see it ever
Okay.
again. It was amazing that it somehow turned out to be a somewhat competent story, but
Yeah.
it's just no, not for me. And
Well, I mean, that's another reason I think that if it's Disney, they might have cold feet on some of these recastings
well,
because of
especially if they're
reception.
around still.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I think that's the key because they're still around, and why make the movie? Why make it? What was the point of it? You
mhm.
know, just doing the story of the Kessel Run. No one
Yeah.
cares that much.
I did like some of the Han and Chewie interactions and stuff. That
Not
was
how they
fun.
met. I think that was silly.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, I get it. And there was absolutely nothing that you could it was unavoidable having the comparisons with Harrison Ford. And
oh
Harrison
yeah.
Ford is so charismatic, and this is, his most legendary role. I prefer Indiana Jones. It's just me. Cue the hate that I'm gonna get for that, but I've always loved Indiana Jones a little better. And by the way, so does he. I think, but it was unavoidable. There's nothing you can do. It's
Mm,
not Harrison Ford. That's what a lot of people were like. Yep, not seeing it because there's no Harrison Ford.
yeah.
Boo.
That's one of my highest viewed videos is I did not a trailer reaction, but I watched the trailer and then I went straight to making a video, and I said everyone is more charismatic in the trailer than Han Solo, and that's not I was really hot when I saw that trailer.
Oh yeah, you had like a. Did you have the same mask, or did you have a Darth Vader one or
No, I don't
something?
even think I wasn't even on camera at that time. That was just it was just a screen. I wasn't
Oh,
even on
you
camera at
did.
the
Did you do it with an iPad?
Yes. You've done that too?
No, no. It just reminds me of someone we all love.
Oh, okay. Well, Anthony says the deep fakes aren't ready yet. They need to recast or not do it all. I think like everyone's like, we're there. I think I still saw some limitations there. It looked great, but you notice he had to move slower. And I think that's, there wasn't like fast movements. I think that's also to map the face. In my opinion, based on what I've, know about CGI and stuff. and then every once in a while he did flips and stuff, but you don't see the face there. So I do still think there's limitations, and I don't think we're there yet. And then also, if you think about like Rogue One, I forget the officer's name besides Carrie Fisher that was in Rogue One and was de-aged. Why can't I think? Tarkin, yes. He looked great too, and he's a very, very skinny actor, and very skinny face. So that's my interpretation as to what's happening here. Is they got a skinnier person, looks better, and they got the guy from YouTube for the deep fake. So I think there's some definite limitations there. I don't see a lot of fast movements. It's very slow and methodical type acting when you see his face. So I don't think we're there yet.
You still don't think? Well, I mean, it's gotten better since
it is better,
2016.
Yes.
2016, that was seeing Leia just for like 2 seconds. You literally have one shot.
But Tarkin looked
so
great though, right?
Creepy.
Tarkin looked mostly good.
I'd say so. Maybe for the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like Rogue One. I don't want to go watch it again. I don't care about anyone in that movie at all. I literally just fast forward to the Darth Vader scenes, and that's it.
Yeah, see, Mladen says Tarkin has brought creepy back to the creepiest hell to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was quite like watching a corpse come back to life, but yeah.
Bradley says he did sound like a robot, but that's because they use compute for the voice.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And it sounds weird, but they can definitely improve over time. Okay, so while he's coming back, I'm going to start to read this article here from Geekosity, and it's talking about the potential of Disney considering a Luke Skywalker TV series. And I know this is a rumor, but I definitely think they're discussing it. Disney is discussing a Luke Skywalker TV series, according to a new report. I'm not clicking there to do the research, but you could if you want. There are several stories that revolve around the Jedi Academy. For example, there are Kevin J. Anderson's Jedi Academy books. There was also some video games. Anderson's novels were among the first books that combined so many characters from Star Wars. Luke Skywalker teaching so many potential Jedis was wonderful. Anderson even included a character from the game Dark Forces, Kyle Katarn. Although there was a game titled Jedi Academy, it didn't explore much about the school, but it focused on a student named Jaden Core. Core got out of the security of the school and had to investigate a dark Jedi cult. Ooh, that would be interesting if they did that. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I think there's a strong possibility. Of course, this is a rumor, but I think there's a strong possibility that it's not just Ahsoka that they will consider for having Luke Skywalker and a series with him. I do think that there's going to be scenes in Ahsoka though. What do you viewers think? Do you think it's only going to be for other series that they're going to keep going back to Luke, or it's going to be its own series? There was also, I tried to search for it, but someone also showed like the slate of Star Wars, and I forget what it was called. There was an icon there that says Stories of the Jedi. So that might be something they adapt into this.
They would call it Stories of the Jedi.
How sometimes like at D23 or some of these Disney or Star Wars or Celebration, they show all these logos of stuff coming up. There was one, and I don't know where it was from. It was on my friend's channel. It was on Enosh that he showed it, and there was a logo. Like all the other projects I recognize, like the Acolyte, Rogue Squadron, stuff like that. And then there was a logo for Stories of the Jedi. And I only saw that logo that place, and I don't know where. I have to contact Enosh. I don't know where he found that. Someone sent it to him, and I haven't seen it pop up everywhere. But it's something that they might be planning. Maybe it was an international event, and that's not everywhere. But that's where I'm getting this too. Do you think this is one and done? Or do you think this is just with Ahsoka they're going to show this? Or do you think
if this was one and done, then they would have only had him in The Mandalorian and then have it be that. But it's very clear they have an intention on continuing the story, especially if you decide to incorporate more Baby Yoda, more Grogu, then you kind of have to incorporate Luke Skywalker as well. He's now attached. Like it's where they wrote themselves in, and I enjoy it. I love it. I want them to continue with this.
Yes, me too.
And let's not do so many like side stories or side adventures. Let's just talk about like one linear thing, and let's keep going with that. Let's not waste our time with Power Ranger episodes and bullshit like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was the weakest of the Disney Plus series so far. I still enjoyed it. Even that episode, there was still cool stuff. But yeah, that was just weird. There, you have to. I mean, and people have issues with George Lucas himself, but he used to go around the art department. He used to decline lots of stuff. It doesn't seem like they have that right now. It's like, oh, this fits, this doesn't. Remember all those behind the scenes on the prequels and stuff? You could say what you want about the prequels, but the most of the art, even if it kind of fit a theme, there's not like these weird things that seem like from a different sci-fi series. Like that felt different. That felt different than Star Wars, even though the technology exists for augmentation, of course. I mean, look at Luke in his hand. Look at Darth Vader. That technology exists, but it's more like out of practicality in this universe instead of like cyberpunk,
Interesting comparison.
Yeah.
You're talking about when the lady got her like entire stomach is now robotic.
Yeah, so all of the times we've seen body augments in the Star Wars universe before that episode, it was like out of necessity and out, practicality, not body augments just for style and cyberpunk and when you're on a desert planet. It was so weird. Not that they wouldn't do that. It's just that, weird colored chrome cars like hot rods in the desert just doesn't feel right. Maybe on those other planets that are like city planets that have tall buildings and stuff, that would be more plausible. Just not on a desert planet. It seemed really weird.
Yeah, and they said it was like, oh, we did the best that we could with what we had or something like that. I'm like, that sounds sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want that. And is it just her stomach that's robotic, or is anywhere else?
No, that one, Fennec made sense. I'm still talking about that gang of bikers on the.
Oh, gotcha.
They had body augments too, but they just did it. They did it because they wanted to, not out of like a necessity. It was just
this is robot people who are. This is like people who are obsessed with plastic surgery.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't want plastic surgery in Star Wars, but whatever. it's out there, I guess.
Angus is saying I should watch the new Doomcock video. I could react to that another time.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna do it now. Don't worry.
Oh man. No, Angus is poking the bear.
No, I do need to do more reactions. That dude Vince, the first Avatar sucked, was basically Ferngully. Justin, you're not an Avatar hater too, are you?
Well, I don't hate it. I just don't.
Okay.
Like highest grossing film of all time. Why? I don't know. I don't think it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't. I don't know why I've literally met people who've hailed it as the greatest movie ever made. And I'm like, what? Really? Have you not seen any movies at all?
It's one of them. Not the greatest story ever told, but it was a benchmark for special effects. I still think.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
but that's how I kind of view it as. It's a good trial run for special effects. Not really.
It has really good action. I'm a big fan of special effects in movies, and I like CGI. I prefer practical, but I really like CGI too. And what a lot of movies did at that time is they made everything dark and you couldn't view it. So everything bright colors, it's easier to see flaws in CGI. He went there with the graphics. You still get a lot of projects where they hide it with dark lighting and stuff with CGI. You don't get to see everything. you get to see everything in Avatar. They're not hiding any special effects or using camera angles or cuts to save money, cut away, and I just really, and I'm really looking forward to Avatar 2. There are going to be a lot of people that suddenly jump on board that have hated. No, I do agree. Story is more important than special effects. But
I like Brad.
Yeah, no, Bradley's on my team MME.
Oh, cool,
Justin. So yeah, he's part of the team. Yes, it is important to have a good story. So there's this one other article that I was going to bring up, and then there's this weird stuff about Cobb Vanth creator throws shade at Star Wars after Boba Fett episode 6, and I don't know what that's about.
What?
I don't know.
What was it again?
Cobb Vanth, you know, what's the actor's name that played Justified? He was the actor that had the showdown with what's the new character that just popped up? The blue guy. Damn it, I'm really having problems.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane, yes.
Wait, wasn't he in a cartoon or something?
Cad Bane was in Clone Wars, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I hate to be that guy, but this is kind of a recurring joke that I've had. I don't watch Clone Wars or Rebels. I don't have time for cartoons. I'm sorry.
Justin's commentary does not represent the views of MME. I am so for animation. I like everything, Justin.
No, that's okay. I haven't had the time to sit down and watch it. And some Clone Wars episodes, like, I want to know, because they're all out of order and it's kind of a mess chronologically. So it's like, you give me the few that I need to watch, and then okay.
All right, so let me bring this.
I'm not like an animation hater.
No. You just prefer live action.
Yeah.
You don't get invested as much.
It depends.
Yeah. So here's the article about Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan is up for granting Star Wars fans wish as Luke Skywalker. You know, I still on board. What's that?
I said, see, Disney, he's on board.
No, I mean, yeah. So Mark Hamill gave the okay. I mean, this is what my concern is, that they won't consider this now because they have another out and they don't have to deal with controversy, you know, of doing a recast and people not liking it. Well, this is Luke. This is Mark Hamill. This is my fear, that they won't do this now because of the success of this last episode. The resemblance between Sebastian Stan and Mark Hamill has long been noticed by fans. The Winter Soldier says he's not against stepping up into the Star Wars galaxy as the legendary Luke Skywalker. When asked directly about the demand from fans for him to be cast as an iconic Jedi, Stan told Esquire, "Look, it's really kind and never say never." He also joked about the uncanny resemblance by saying, "Mark Hamill is my father, you know, and he knows that. And I call him every Christmas to tell him, I just want you to know I'm around." Yeah.
So he calls him daddy?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. And Mark Hamill totally gave him the okay to do it. So, but
and if this were a different time, I would say absolutely this is a possibility. But I think he was kind of after Solo, and he was kind of busy with the MCU wrapping that all up. So I get it. But it'd be nice to consider. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm still very much on the team of keep Mark Hamill around as long as humanly possible.
Okay.
Plus, you'll have to pay Sebastian a shit ton of money to have him come in. So
I just think you could accomplish more with a recasting over deep fake and CGI. Even though I appreciate what they've done. I think there's
okay.
In action, and you'll get some subtleties that's just not there in a performance with CGI deepfake. But people are agreeing with your take, Justin. So I'm on Team Stan. I'm a Stan for Stan.
I was thinking about that. I knew you were gonna say it. How did I know?
Yeah. So here's this is just going to be a quick stream, but I do have one more topic here, and then Justin, I appreciate you being with. It's great to just do a one-on-one every once in a while too. It's really great.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
nice.
sometimes panels get a little crazy.
On your show, never.
It's been calmer recently, though. It has been calmer. Oh, thanks, Keely. Keely does a good job.
I like Keely.
Yeah.
Keely's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
they're always around on all the channels. Even if I just say hello, if they're in the chat, they'll plug it in, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Keely watches all types of YouTubers, which is so strange. It's not strange, but it's good. But it's like it seems like every other one I'm just watching, they're there too. They're everywhere.
I actually think a lot of viewers, even like I'm critical of Jeremy and Nerdrotic, but I go and look at subs that watch similar channels, and a lot of times it's Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers. So I think lots of people watch. They like both opinions. So I'm fine with that.
It's good. That means you have a lot of viewers who are open-minded, and then you have other people. Not gonna say anything other than that.
Well, here's this is what I haven't researched this at all. I think I saw a few other YouTube videos that I didn't click on, but I saw thumbnails about this. Cobb Vanth creator throws shade at Star Wars after Boba Fett episode 6.
I do not know what Cobb Vanth is.
Well, that's this actor. That's who he plays on Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett.
Timothy Oliphant?
Yes.
What did he throw shade at it?
No, the creator of the character throws shade, not him. That's what I'm trying to find out. The Book of Boba Fett has caused quite an interesting conversation on the internet since its debut. Well, the show's arrival came with anticipation. The first 2 episodes brought a little excitement, with not much happening in the plot. At one point, the talk got downright negative, with some offbeat choices that didn't gel with a vocal group of fans. Big surprise.
Well, that's never happened in Star Wars.
Yeah.
No.
They started to change the focus when the focus shifted away from Boba and into Mandalorian himself. The show's 5th installment gave viewers an update on where the famous bounty hunter has been and how he's been faring with the Darksaber. Many thought the focus would shift back onto the titular character with the most recent episode, but that wasn't the case.
Oh, boo-hoo. More Luke Skywalker.
I know. I'm not complaining. And that's the only way I got my wife to watch it, because she has no interest in Boba Fett. She likes the Mando. And I said, she's like, I'm not watching that with you. I told you to watch this season on your own. I don't care about Boba Fett. I said, but this isn't Boba Fett. It's basically Mandalorian's season 3. And I said, Boba Fett's only in it for a minute. And she's like, oh, okay. That's the actual conversation we had to get her. And then she saw baby Grogu and her heart melted,
Aww.
Gary, I've been a fan of Max and Jeremy for years. Thank you, I think.
You said, dude, take the
no,
W.
I'm kidding. Instead, the unexpected happened. Luke Skywalker, Grogu, R2-D2, Ahsoka, Cad Bane, and Mando all made media appearances, while Boba Fett played a part in a single scene. Also on the phone was Timothy Oliphant's Cobb Vanth, who was first introduced in the live-action universe with 2020's second season of The Mandalorian. Now the character's creator has gotten up in arms over the lack of proper credit for the portrayal of his creation.
Who is that?
I don't know. Let me see this. In the most recent episode.
Wait a minute. Is it Chucky Poo? Is it Chuck Wendig?
Oh, maybe that's it.
Oh, come on. No.
Oh, you're right. I think that's why people kept saying Chuck Wendig. Okay. In the most recent episode of the Book of Boba. Well, no wonder. They don't listen. No wonder, because
this makes it so much better.
No wonder. Listen, I've actually come around on the Gina Carano thing. I think, not that I was never against Gina, Justin.
Okay.
But I was, I do think I do see the double standard with like Whoopi Goldberg this last week. She is employed by ABC as well. she didn't have.
Goldberg's also a household name, like, and has been for decades.
Okay.
So I don't. Maybe that's a factor too.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, there is some nuance there because she's also on a show that talks about political views. It's called The View. So
wait, that it confuses me though, because she's allowed to stay on The View, but when Sharon Osbourne has a disagreement on like
now
the
that's
talk,
a direct comparison. Yeah.
like why? Like why did they get rid of Sharon? I don't get.
I think I have to revisit the Sharon Osbourne thing. I think she was upset with something. Something with one of her family. I think with her son Jack, or something was supposed to have a project too, and ABC stopped that, and then she got up. I don't know. I have to revisit that. But that's a direct comparison. That's a good comparison, Justin. I have to revisit why Sharon left The View.
She didn't leave.
She was fired?
Yep.
Okay. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. No, so I do see it. So am I going to go join the rebellion like with Drunk? Not really, but I do support Gina. I do like Gina Carano. I am going to check out her projects. I'm not like rushing to go to sub to Daily Wire's annual thing to see a movie though. If a movie appears on a streaming service I already have, like Amazon, like there's one on Amazon now that I could check out, I'll probably check that out. Yes, okay. But you're right. Chuck Wendig, first seen in live action with the Mandalorian second season premiere. The character was actually first conceived in the Aftermath trilogy, a series of canon books written by Chuck Wendig. Now, he definitely should have been fired. His comments were really ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't hate him, though. I don't hate him.
Yeah, but there's also just something that's just wrong about him.
Yeah.
Just he's the first person who ever blocked me.
Oh, really?
Twitter. I didn't do anything. Yeah. I didn't do anything wrong. And if anything, I was trolling Jeremy so hard and just insulting him and his spelling errors, and then I get that. So being in I guess you remember the proper Jeremy sort of character, going around and spewing all of the SJW nonsense. So basically, like, as far as I was concerned, most people some people genuinely believed me because they were not in the know. But I don't know. This is a strange one though. He's a very strange character. No, I really hope he gets help.
No, I support his fire. The way he was talking about people with a different political view was across the line. I'm not for cancel culture, but if it's that aggressive, like, dude, no, it was too aggressive.
That's the line. We draw the line at Chuck Wendig.
Yes. Not like I didn't like retweet get him fired or anything, but I'm just like, I understand. I'm completely okay with that. I have no problems with that because he didn't seem like he was gonna slow down at all either, and it was just not a good look for Star Wars.
Didn't he get suspended from Twitter too?
Probably.
That was fantastic.
So what do we think though? Should he still get credit though, even though he was fired?
For what?
The character and the series.
Like, what is he asking for? To just have his name in the credits?
Let's read this here. The character was actually first conceived in the Aftermath trilogy, a series of canon books written by Chuck Wendig, who after the sixth installment of the currently airing Star Wars Disney Plus series, despite the character's appearance, there was no mention of Wendig in the credits. Something he took note of on Twitter. The writer sarcastically wrote, "Always dig it when media properties have a special thanks for the writers and creators." Let me see. I always dig it when big media properties have a special thanks for the writers and creators who contribute to their worlds and stories, and it's a bummer when they don't do that. And I bring this up for absolutely no reason at all, and I also certainly delete. I actually like that tweet.
What did he say? I bring that for no reason at all?
And I will almost certainly delete this tweet.
You probably did.
Yeah. Listen, really, if you make something for Disney, there's something in their contract. I don't foresee them perpetually crediting you. They just own your shit. That's one of the downsides of working for Disney that cares more about IP than people. But I actually support this tweet though. I do want to get credit, even though he's fired. He did
like
he's not
asking for royalties or anything.
Right.
Like,
So
it's
I
just like, just put me in a special thanks, and that's all I ask.
So I actually support his tweet, and I don't think his tweet was across the line.
That is so hard for me to admit, but
Justin supports Chuck Wendig.
No!
Breaking news. Justin supports Chuck Wendig.
Dude, you sound like an 8-year-old. Like, when someone has a different opinion, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, man, but no, like, I'm like, is this the first time I'm actually kind of like, okay, I can see your point?
Yeah,
I
also have, no, I mean, he didn't call for anything else except credit. I mean, just like, and Ethan Van Sciver is a controversial person on the internet, but just like he is no longer working for DC, and people really have issues with him. I'm not saying we do. He still gets credit for DC movies and the credits.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
He was thanked for that.
Yeah. So I kind of think Chuck should have got credit for it. Yeah, but it doesn't surprise me with Disney though. When I went to school for graphic design, and my teacher was like, don't do anything, don't even go near Disney or touch anything Disney. If you're gonna do something Disney, they're gonna own your shit, or even parody Disney. He's like, nope. And if you work for them and you want constantly being credited for your work, it's very unlikely that they're going to consistently do that. Basically, I'm sure they have their strongest, the department they probably pump the most money in is their legal and what they own. So if you really want to be consistently thanked for your work, make your own stuff and not work for Disney. Even though I like what Disney's doing somewhat right now. I'm happy with the Disney Plus. I like all the Marvel shows. I like the Star Wars shows. I'm not canceling my Disney Plus. But yeah, if you want to be consistently thanked, you end up like Wendig, bitching on Twitter.
and not having a job.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's been doing lately, but oh man. I'm surprised he didn't say anything last year when his character showed up in the premiere. Did he not say anything then?
Maybe he was credited then. I'm not sure. Maybe they did it then and not now. I don't know. I wasn't paying it. I don't actually watch the credits, so I have no idea.
That's the one thing I don't like, how there's like 6-7 minutes worth of credits, and it's nice to see some of it, I guess, but it pads the runtime. Okay. No, it doesn't look like he was.
What?
I don't think he was thanked for it.
Okay. I support Wendig. Maybe I should make a separate video.
That's just titled. It's gonna be like somewhat clickbait. Like, I support Chuck Wendig, and then people will like it.
Yeah, Bradley. Creators should always get credit regardless. I would like to in a perfect world, but Disney owns your shit. And you do get to play in a big sandbox when you work for Disney. You do. You get that added benefit of a well-known IP. You could get your name. Like, who knew about Chuck Wendig before Star Wars? I mean, probably some, but not as many. And then he ruined it. Gina Carano, people knew her too, but she had an opportunity with Cara Dune. More people know about her now because of Star Wars. So there's some benefits. If you always want credit, don't do independent. If you always want credit, if you sign up with big companies, big corporations, don't expect it. I'm not saying you're wrong, Bradley. I'm just like, they should always get credit regardless. Yeah.
Let it be a lesson to you guys.
Yeah. I think that's all I have for this episode. I just wanted to do a quick live stream. I also was experimenting because I do some pre-recorded vids and they only get like 100 views. People engage more with my live stream content. So even if I have one topic, leave in the comments section and rate this video. If you'd rather we do a quick topic live instead of a pre-record vid, let me know, because I almost was going to do this pre-recorded, but I did a quick live stream because I had some time, and then I got to go pick up my wife in a little bit.
Yeah, I did a pre-recorded stream for the new Scream movie. So, and I noticed, yeah, like I premiered it too, so it kind of felt like a dick move. I'll do that sometimes, but yeah, there wasn't as much of an engagement, but it did help. What I did learn is it did help the conversation flow when we weren't interrupted by different chats. You know, it doesn't always feel like it's an interruption per se, but I notice a difference in a more smooth conversation. Like it's more consistent. It's kind of like a pre-recorded podcast, like what a lot of people do. So it really depends on what you're talking about and, you know, how much, because some streams, some topics don't really require too much interaction, I guess. But if you want to engage a little more with your audience, I'm
trying to find the right balance. But this channel, MME, is basically a live stream channel, and I'm trying to do other content. My views are up, but I am investing so much into the channel. Like, I don't want to get into debt for my YouTube part-time job, and I want to support other people, and I want like a good group of people on my live shows, usually at 10 p.m. Eastern, like some great content creators to come in. But I also, that StreamYard, woo, paying for a year in advance for everything, all the options I selected. Oh my God. Because this is the first year I did 1080p as well. So
yay.
Yeah. So, and then I bought a P.O. box, and then December we did charity. I donated the whole paycheck to charity, and I found giveaways. So I'm like, woo, Max, you got to slow down a little bit because you're spending more than not that I'm just in this for money, but I'm like, I got to justify costs.
Do the ends justify the means?
Right. And I do want to do this. I'm this is my passion job. I love this job. My real job, I'm like, oh, I like it because of the people that I've worked with for so many years, and it has good benefits. But I am exhausted after my regular job, and this job, I'm usually happy, usually happy. But that's where we're going to leave it here. Go check out Justin. I'll talk to Justin a little bit. Oh yeah, I did also.
When does that come out?
December.
Did you rent out a theater or something?
No. I actually have. I'll explain this to the viewers and Justin before we go. We have a difference of opinion with me and my friends about Avatar franchise. And I said, you're all going to love it. So basically I have a bet, and I'm going to make a video content out of it. I paid 5 Avatar haters to go see Avatar 2. Did they like it? It's going to be the title of the live stream. We're not going to talk about it ahead of time. And then they're going to come on the stream and say if they liked it or not. If they didn't, we're going to do the honor system. If they did not like it, I have to pay for their ticket. If they do like it, they have to admit it and pay for their own. So, of course, they could lie, but these are good people. And they have to see it first weekend. Because a lot of I'm like, you're going to like Avatar 2. Believe it. When you see the trailer, I know you talk all this trash about it. You're actually going to like it. So I paid 5 of my friends opening weekend to go see Avatar 2.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be an interesting title for a video? I could set it up in advance. Put the stream up way in advance. I paid 5 Avatar haters to go see Avatar 2. Did they like it?
That's, what almost reminds me of, I don't know if you're familiar with the channel Jubilee, but they'll have like topics like 5, they're like 5 Republicans and 1 secret Democrat, and they would just try to find the mole.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it reminds me of, even though we're not like, we're being honest here. We're not like trying to no one's trying to deceive anyone, hopefully. But that's a good idea. I like that.
Well, I came about monetizing it later. I basically just said, because there's some people supporting my channel, I'm like, I'll pay you to see it.
Especially if they're patrons or something.
Yeah, one viewer really sends a lot of super chats, and I was like, I'll pay you because he doesn't think he's going to like Avatar 2 either. I'm like, I'll pay you to see it. And then he's asking for, this is where I said no pretzels, because then he's asking for a slushy snack.
And I said, you to buy the concession.
I said, okay, 8 Sparks for you, you get a slushy. I'll pay for your ticket and a slushy, but if no pretzels, because he's asked for pretzels. It's because the pretzels are going to make you thirsty. And then you're going to get another drink. No pretzels, 1 slushy and a ticket. Yes.
It's where you draw the line.
Well, no freaking pretzels. No, you're going to get thirsty. Then you're going to miss the movie and then get drinks. No pretzels for you. Like the soup Otzi. No soup for you. No pretzels for you. But that's where we'll leave it. Make sure to engage in this video. Guy works for slushies. Okay, yes. Yeah, Bradley talks a lot of trash about Avatar constantly. So I don't
think I'll hate Avatar, but I will think I'll be like, it'll be very like dead in the middle. Like, meh, it's fine, it exists, but I don't care.
I wanted to experiment with different times of the day to see if we get different audience. 12 viewers. Woo! That's not a lot. I appreciate every one of the 12 that showed up. This, I think something's going on with YouTube too with their systems though, because
I keep getting
views have been down a little bit this last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was so strange. I kept getting people telling me like no notification squad. I'm like, really?
No, there's something weird going. They're doing something, and it is beginning of a new month. Usually they try something. Yeah, Tales of the Jedi, Degrassi is what this. Degrassi, if you have some info on that, send it to me on Twitter or something. Because yeah, I saw somewhere where they did. There was a slate of projects from Disney Star Wars, and on there was Tales of the Jedi that seems would fit this, this Luke Skywalker series. Great, and maybe it doesn't have to be Luke Skywalker every time. A series like each episode focuses on a different Jedi
or a different Padawan that's in the new Academy.
Yeah.
So now, oh my goodness, we get to know the characters, and then when they all get slaughtered in The Force Awakens, we care. Wow.
Well, it does actually make they don't get slaughtered for The Last Jedi. Yes.
No, they do in the flashback with The Force Awakens.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah, they do. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that does actually make the sequel trilogy slightly stronger if they fill in. Yes.
It could. I just kind of wish that, man. I just wish we could have seen it on screen like before, but whatever. I'll enjoy the ride, but I'm not gonna like the ending.
Oh well, my whole problem with The Last Jedi is it didn't justify Luke's switch on Kylo in the tent. Like he had all the weight of the whole galaxy on his shoulders going in the Return of the Jedi, going in the face his father Darth Vader and the Emperor, and he didn't give in to fear and hate. He threw the lightsaber away. He's like, I'm not going to fight you. But just the thought of Kylo's future, he raised the lightsaber and gave in the fear when he's supposed to be a Jedi Master is the still thing I can't. You have to justify that. And I don't think it was justified in the film yet.
Oh, no. And you said yet. So that leads me to believe that all of these series are just sort of a build-up to justify the sequels.
And that might have been. This is the other thing. Disney, Star Wars, and Kathy and the story group might have said leave things intentionally vague so we can work around it in there. You don't have to explain everything because we'll do supplemental material. That is another issue with these big expanded universes. Sometimes they leave stuff out. We'll explain it later. We'll figure it out later. Plot holes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little annoying, but I would find it very hard to believe that, and maybe I'll eat my words. I'll find it very hard to believe if they end up justifying Jake Skywalker in the future. I don't see it, but at least I will enjoy, sit back with my popcorn, enjoy young CGI Luke and Baby Yoda, and have a good time with it. Until it starts to get bad.
Yeah. And we'll leave with this comment because we're exactly at an hour. See, this is the other downside of This is great conversation though. Of like, I'll do a live stream instead of a pre-recorded video. We've been an hour. Degrassi says there's more than one Star Wars series in production that haven't been announced. I would be interested in finding those out. If you know, let me know. Let me know later. Okay, and then we're gonna end the show exactly at an hour. Go check out Justin, and we'll probably see Justin pop in occasionally. And have a good day, everyone. We're gonna be back. Well, Justin might not be, but I'm gonna be back tonight at 10 p.m. for our
Happy
friend
birthday, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie's birthday stream. So he wants to have some fun. So I'll see you all later, and have a good one, everyone.
Goodbye.